fairly straightforward, a little bit tricky in the end, with France kind of coming back. You said they were going to go out the gate, but they showed a little bit of resilience out there. Scored a couple of late tries.
Yeah, they did. I suppose Colin and Ireland were lucky not to score those couple of times in the 22, and it was actually great where Ireland were able to bring on their sub replacements a lot sooner. But yeah, got to hand it to the French team. The last 10-15 minutes, they came back, scored 2 good tries, and I'm sure they'll be a lot more confident leaving the Aviva today, because at half time I think they were, I'd say they were very, very worried inside in the dressing room.
This is Jack, by the way. It's my young fella.
Hello, Jack.
Jack, I think you're Ireland's lucky charm. Who are you going for today? The green team or the blue team?
The green team.
Yeah. So the green team won, and the green team are playing the red team next week. Who do you think will win?
The red team.
Wrong answer, wee man. No, that's what all the journalists will be saying, to be fair. Dev, do you think that performance today, bouncing back after a little bit disappointing in Rome, but bonus point at home to France, this is going to keep the supporters happy, keep the journalists off their back, isn't it?
Yeah, and it'll give a lot of confidence, obviously, going into next week as well. As Donnacha said, it's obviously disappointing to let the 2 tries in at the end, but I think France showed a lot of mettle in that second half. They had a lot of good defence down their half, kind of turning over our balls a little bit, but I think, it'll give a huge bit of confidence going into next week.
So next weekend, let's looking forward to Wales now at this stage. England have a points differential of 83, Ireland have a points differential of 20. So we need to beat Wales by 60 points, plus we need England not to get the bonus point, plus it needs to be 60 points plus whatever they beat Scotland by. So
if they beat Scotland.
Oh, nice chat. Nice change up, Dev. You're a pro, that's why you're here. Is it 1 in a million? Like, is it Dumb and Dumber territory here?
It's going to be very hard for them to bridge that gap. But I suppose one thing which is really good for Ireland is that from the start of the Six Nations, generally they've gotten better, and they've obviously learnt a lot of more about the group than they would have if they had steamrolled a lot of the teams. So obviously guys coming in, changing places, and how when things have gone bad, how they're able to react when even external factors have come against them, how they're able to handle it internally, So I think with this week, obviously Wales have had their own troubles off the pitch, but I think they certainly are beatable. I think Ireland, after today's performance, obviously they'll be looking to recover quickly with a 6-day turnaround, and I think it'll be a fantastic atmosphere, and Joe is constantly trying to create challenges for this group so to keep them motivated and focused, and with next week I really, it's going to be a fantastic game, and another test for this group.
So that's our line now, isn't it? The Six Nations doesn't go that well for us. It's going grand, but obviously we've got standards of Grand Slams and championships. Now we're just saying we're keeping our powder dry for the World Cup. Is that our line? Is that what we're going for?
It's your line anyway.
That's the party line.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that in mind, then looking forward to Wales next week. I've basically this is the same team that played today. Is there anybody looking forward, because it's more or less an impossibility winning the Six Nations? Does that make this still a test match? It's still an opportunity to shine. Does Joe make a few changes, get a few guys in?
Not really sure if he will or not. Obviously, I don't know how Josh is, so I'm not sure. Obviously, if he will be involved, it'll be interesting to see who he goes with if he's not.
Jack Conan
came on and played really well. Yeah, he's a fantastic carrier, and you can obviously see by the try he scored, he's well able to get over the line. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with the back row if Josh doesn't make it.
Yeah, the rest of it kind of picks itself, doesn't it? Would he make a change at second row?
No, I think Hendy and James did really well out there today. I think Hendy called a really good line out, and obviously James got the James Ryan Award. So so he played phenomenal again.
Yeah, I thought CJ might have been in the mix for man of the match.
Yeah, and Gary Ringrose, he was really, really exciting, and outside, and his defensive duties were fantastic as well. Yeah, CJ, just after having played since the England game, came back, and I'd say he's 15 plus carries there today. He was immense. Just on the Josh van der Flyer Maybe Sean O'Brien might come back in as well. I suppose Joe was kind of mad to put a bit of balance for going forward. And
what about, is Levy fit yet? Anywhere near it?
I'm not sure, to be honest. He might come back in. He might be able to.
So he was in Belfast last week training, so he couldn't be a million miles away.
No, like I think he is back running anyway. It's just whether Joe wants to go in for the last week or not. It remains to be seen.
Yeah, and then 9 and 10. Do you see John Cooney getting a go, or I don't know if Joey Carby? I don't know how fit he is, but can you see maybe Jack Carty getting a start?
No, I'd say he'll stick with Murr and Sexton, to be honest, because it's such an important game, and the two lads are such go-tos for Joe at this stage. I don't think you can go into that Wales game without them.
Yeah, it's one thing you have learned from the Six Nations is, like, look, it was unfortunate. We've only lost one game, but the momentum from that game has really kind of put a lot of challenges with this group. So we really wanted to finish on a high, because when they do come back into the next time they meet together, that they'll still have that good feeling of having a good result. Yeah,
so the confidence that they lost really in that first game, it takes kind of 4 games to build back. It's just so difficult to get back to where they were, world beaters, second best team in the world, still technically are, but looking forward to World Cup thinking we're going to win a World Cup. Obviously, we're all realistic enough to know that that's a long way away, but it'd be nice to be going into the World Cup with a little bit of a swagger off the back of winning in Wales.
Yeah, absolutely, and but I suppose it's the goodwill of the nation getting in behind the lads as well. That the players massively feed off that, and they'll be going back to the provinces as well. And literally, we've got 3 provinces in the quarterfinals, which is a fantastic achievement. And that's basically, that goodwill and those high pressure games. They'll cause the coaching staff a lot of selection headaches.
And you'll be licking your lips at the chance of taking on some of these Toulouse backs coming to Paris. Just take them apart. Just do what Ireland did to them today.
Yeah, just a few Grober kicks. Yeah, you know me.
I know your style.
Shoe. No. Yeah, we in the arena. It's like a little Super Bowl every 2 weeks. It's amazing. But I'm afraid we've so many ball players that nobody likes rucking. So unfortunately, I get the short straw.
Yeah, and Dev, you'll get the chance to focus on the league whenever Ulster put you out of the Heineken Cup in the quarter.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Yeah, obviously, I probably won't be back by that stage. So hopefully, lads go. Hopefully, there's a semi-final for me there to get back into.
You leave the Leinster B lads take care of it until we go for the semi-finals or the finals.
The Bees could win the league on their own, I'd say. But listen, thanks a lot for coming down. Thanks for everybody in the studio. Go on. We'll see you in August. Is the next time we have a home game for pre-World Cup. So good luck. See you then. Thanks.